Keep going, Tara. Keep going. Looking strong.
Okay, Terence, we're at the Trobe University today for the Northern Combine Kiramis. How do you feel?
As I said before, the legs are okay. They're not. I'm not sure how they're gonna be, but.
So you've been training on the single
I've
speed,
been training
mate?
Single fixed gear bike definitions. I've been on that for about a week. I haven't been training for about a week. I've just been riding to uni and back.
What were you saying before about
taking the train? Well, it's kind of damp, it's kind of wet. It shouldn't matter too much, but as long as the Swifters know that you're on a road and not on an indoor bike, you have to brake and not pedal through all the corners and turn is probably the most important thing. Yeah, it is a teams race, so most people are in a team of around 3 riders. It's just me and Will today. One of the team riders in our team, big ring only, had to pull out. He came in sick and he was coughing out a lung.
Who was that?
That's Nick. So it's a shame he's not with us today. I hope he was.
I
hope he gets better. Yeah, that was implied. It's a teams race, so there's sprint points up for grabs for first 3 placings. There's also a com, which is like a hill. That's also got points on it. So you pick up points for your team, and of course there's the individual victory for the person who comes first across the line when the time is up.
I got that on camera, guys. You're not going to live that down. Not going to live that down. Big rings. Now you've already heard there's no peeing on the course, okay?
I was planning to take a nature break today. The plan of the attack today is to stay in the big ring. That's the rules. That's the rules. Everyone has to be in the big ring, no matter what. No such thing as a small ring. We've all got 56s on. 56 tooth chain rings. Will, you got a 52 tooth chain ring? Yep. We've got like
I can only count 53 on me, by the way, just very quickly.
56. We've got a 9 on the back. So 56, 9.
He's talking shit.
Will, what are you saying for the race today, mate?
What am I thinking?
What are you thinking? What are you going to do?
I'm hoping to stay upright the whole race.
Now, should we take a vote on left here already, or leave that till later?
I can't talk anymore.
He's avoiding talking.
Of course we kid.
Alright, riders, listen up. And you'll have a floppy dog going you in.
What is that thing?
It's called a dead cat.
A dead cat. It's a dead cat, not a floppy dog. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, quick. Rider's coming. Right.
Just out of neutral, this is race on lap now. You can see the traffic island here makes it quite difficult. And usually you have to stick around. I had to go around the longer round, so I can lose a few meters or so, which can be quite a lot when you want to try and move up the position. This bit narrows here, we lose a lane, everyone confines down, and this roundabout has got a bit of cobbles on it, so you want to try and avoid that. So we usually lose quite a bit of road. Everyone's squeezing up together, and now we're coming up to the beginning of the comm. This is around 300 meters or so, according to Strava. It's about 5%, so not too bad, not like a big gut wrencher, but it can be quite difficult when you're sprinting up at 100%. And this area here was probably the easiest part to move up through the group, as it's pretty wide. And for me, I find it the easiest to move up on a climb, because for one thing, I'm much better at climbing than on the flat. And also, the group kind of compacts a little bit as well. So as the group compacts, you sort of have to travel less distance to get back up the front, which is pretty good. That's quite a good bang for your buck. And this part here is a false flat, not too bad. As you can see, more traffic islands, more shenanigans to bypass around. So that was the comm section. So that's where you get comm points every, I think it's about 3 of them. And first go around 3, 2, and 1. So position 1, 2, and 3 gets points. And coming out of the downhill section, this corner coming up now is a little bit sketchy, in which it was damp, and white paint and damp roads can make things a little bit slippery. I had 25mm tires on, so I wasn't too worried about it. Extra grip, no worries, no stress. Tire did slip out a little bit, but I was able to maintain it and stay upright. This part here, they had to remove a boom gate, which made it really interesting, as you kind of lose more road as well. And this part gets a bit squeezy because we're all fighting for the same line around the corners. More speed humps here. It's kind of very difficult in racing on roads in which everything is designed to slow you down. Usually on country roads, nice, open, fast, everything's designed to keep you fast. Is easy, but when the roads are designed against cars, it kind of makes it difficult to race on them with bikes. So that's always a bit fun. Very technical course. Corners were pretty slippy as well. It wasn't too bad. I had some pretty good tires on, so I wasn't worried at all. Although it could probably be less on the white line, but I wasn't too stressed about it. And here, I'm not too stressed about getting on the wheel. We're not going super fast. I'm not going super hard. Just want to cruise up. Just want to save some of the big energy watt bombs later on the race. And here we're coming up to the roundabout. More traffic islands. This roundabout it's pretty difficult. We had to use the full both sides of the roundabout to try and get up to the wheel. Going the left side was slightly faster because I think there was slightly less distance, so you could maintain where you positioned in the field. But I had to go around the long way around, so I've had to go around the long way around twice, and and I've already had to use a little bit more energy than everybody else, which I wasn't too thrilled about. But we're coming up to the chicane just before the finish line here, and again we lose more of the road. Everyone bunches in, squeezes together, have to move left, and then move right again. That sandbag, I think it was, that kind of freaked me out when I first saw it. I didn't really see it until the last minute. And that's the course. We're coming up to the finish line here. It's downhill finish. That speed hump's a bit of annoying, but that's a lap. That's about 3 kilometers. And that's the finish line there. 3-kilometer lap. It's really fast, really fun. And now we've just jumped ahead now, and this is on my attack. So I've gone off, trying to go and clear, see what I can do in a breakaway. Always fun. And so I should mention that this is a teams race. So most riders are in a team. I'm with William Gilreski. Hope I pronounced that right. Sorry, Will, if I didn't. Anyway, so with different teams. Nick Lau was also on the team, but he had a really bad cold and couldn't make it out. So he's better now at the moment. Was missing him out there today. Would have been really good to have him. So first we had the team #Tillers. I'm not sure what that means actually. Sounds pretty cool. There is Barry the Hatchet. That's also pretty cool. The best name out there, Big Ring Only, was our team. We had about 56s on the front, and we went down to as low as 9. So we were really grinding it out. With the Cycle House, they had a couple of teams. They had maybe 8 riders or so. FTA Cycling, I'm not quite sure what that is either. Hawthorne Hatter Club, quite a few individual entries. There's iTune Bikes, and then B, and then COS, also pretty clever. MCL, they were in the break with me when it came to it. I think they were the eventual winners. I think I won't mention when we finished. You guys can wait to the end. Man Candy, someone's gone in Team None. There's a Phoenix guy, Preston, a few St Kilda teams, Team Italio, the Watt Boys, which is that's pretty cool. And then the second best name is Turbo Peacocks. I don't know who came up with that, but that's pretty sick. I do like that name. And here, as we cut back to the race, this time I went down the left side of the roundabout, and it is slightly faster. There's a little bit less road to travel, which is good. Any meter, any centimeter will get you ahead, and any centimeter is a victory. Now, the weather was really interesting, because it did rain a lot the night before, and I think it rained that morning as well. So the road's obviously quite damp, a little bit slippy. The cars do go on it, so there's a little bit of grease on the road, but it's not too dangerous. It's not that bad. That white painted traffic island, a little bit precarious. It wasn't too bad. And then my lead up to this race wasn't the best preparation. For one thing, I just finished the Tour of Southwest. Took a week off or so. Took a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, because of things that just happened. I couldn't move around them. So there wasn't that too crash hot. Here, as he cut back the racing, I just got swamped by the group chasing up the comm. So my little fiesta of trying to get ahead of everyone else to get the comm didn't quite work, and I spent a Twinkie. It's a metaphorical Twinkie of energy. Twinkie's worth of energy. Not thrilled at all. I was mad. Back in the group plateau again, and moving up is an absolute bitch. It is super difficult. You have to be mean. You have to be assertive. You cannot be a nice guy and win this race. It's especially when this is technical. You can't move around for anybody else. You got to find your spot. You got to take it. And you got to earn it. Everyone's fighting for the same wheel in the end, and you've all got to get it. Not the nice guy that wins in this sort of races. And our tactic for big ring only was to maybe try and get in the break, see what happens. Our original plan was for Nick to go for the comms and me to go to the intermediate sprints, and then Will to do lead outs. That was the original plan. But unforeseen circumstances, we had to change it up a little bit. I think we were both going to try and go for some breakaways, go for some sprints. I found it pretty difficult to even really catch up at all between me and Will. And cut back to the racing now. These guys are going on a breakaway, and I saw a bit of a split happening. I didn't want to miss out on it. Bit of a FOMO alert, fear of missing out, by the way, guys. And I knew that as long as I can get up to these two here, go around the chicane, you can really be out of scene, out of sight, out of mind is the term. And this course really hard lines into that motto, because there's lots of corners, lots of little rights and lefts and hills, so you can really stay literally out of their sight, and then they'll just forget about you. Sort of a little bit like a baby with object permanence. It's a lot like peekaboo. And just so you guys know, I had no idea that these guys were out in front. I had no idea that two other riders, that we were still chasing another group ahead of us. I had no idea. Didn't see them. They went off. I wasn't in the front, and they went clear. I had no idea they were even there. And this part here is where you can really make the difference. This comm. For one thing, you can be going just like 2 kilometers an hour faster, 3 kilometers an hour faster, and they'll be out of sight. So this is really important for me to really make that dig. This is where the race can be absolutely blown apart right here. And then once you get clear of once you get clear of the false flat and the downhill, you're out of sight. You can be gone. They won't be able to see you. They'll forget about you, and you're off in your own little world, in your own race. They won't even know. Moving up through the group I've been through, and here I'm really trying to give it an absolute whirl, trying to dig myself into a hole, and I know that if this doesn't work, I'm going to be out of 2 Twinkies, and I approximately have about 3 to 4 to 5 on really good fitness, but I did come off a week off and have lost a little bit of that top end peak performance. Though I was feeling pretty fresh, so I felt like I had 8 matches or 8 Twinkies. And little bits of corners everywhere. Any sort of risk taking can get you about a second here and a second there, and a second here and a second there is a minute of 60 of them. So guess what we're going to try and do? Every single one, we're going to try and get that little second extra, because second here, second there is huge. A minute. End up with a minute just by taking a lot of risks. You have to take a lot of risks to get a minute on, but you can do it. There's a whole gruppetto behind, and most of the riders are going to have to brake eventually. In the breakaway, we don't have to brake. There's no need to. There's less riders, less people trying to fight for wheels. So the breakaway is a good spot to be if you want to, take it easy. Well, not take it easy through corners and stuff like that. You don't have to brake as hard. And I know that although we have about 3 or 4, 5 guys, we've all in a team. Although Phoenix has only got 1 rider, so he doesn't have a team. I know that Nice Suburbia have got a team, MCL have got a team, so we've all got representation in this group. But there's still so many different teams that can chase us down. This section here was the Headwind section, so going over through this part is nerve-wracking, because we can be going significantly slower, because there's 5 guys back there. There's like 50 guys who can pull through a turn. When it's slower, it's more difficult, as there's more time for us to be caught. And my tactic here was to just work with them. I wasn't thinking in my mind, I've got this in the bag, we're gonna win this. I was thinking more like, all right, we've got a few guys, let's all work together. I don't need to skip any turns. If I skip turns, maybe we'll lose the cohesion, or if I go on the attack, maybe I can get away, but then they'll just break the cohesion again as well. And I was happy and also a little bit sad when these two riders joined us. I was happy because Cycle House has got to us, so that's one less team we have to worry about. But I was also sad because there's more people here, and it makes it, a little bit more competitive when it comes down to the finish or getting points or anything like that. And I accidentally let him go through. I was checking back to see where they were. They were out of sight. I could not see them. When they were making that right turn across the painted on traffic island, didn't see them. They weren't even close. So we had a good gap, but there's a lot of us, and a lot of us can skip turns as well. More likely that in a bigger group there'll be less cohesion. People are more likely to skip turns. But this group was really motivated, really happy to keep working and keep rolling turns. And I think in hindsight I could have gone for this comm. I didn't realize it was points up for grabs, so I just let him take it, even though I wasn't pushing that hard. I could have taken more points. I could have ended up in second or something like that. I didn't even realize. Once you see the board go through, sometimes the whistle that's not super loud. You see the board comm next lap. By the time you get up to it again, you've just forgotten. And if I realised if I paid more attention, I could have won it. So it's a bit of a shame. Rolling around for about 85 minutes. When the group started around 40 minutes. So we've been out 45 minutes. I have no idea where the peloton is. The commissaire told us that they were turning the corner when we just turned the corner. Maybe 6 seconds ago. So I thought they were really right behind us. And here I've just been put the front. I got a little bit nervous with the front, and then for some reason I took the first wheel through here. In hindsight, I should have waited for the speed skater to take the turn, but I remember this sprint being really short, so I wanted to try and take the first wheel, be in front. But that didn't work.
So TJ here got himself away in the breakaway. Tried early on in the first 20 minutes to do a breakaway just before the KRM. Got caught just before the KRM. Tried again. Succeeded with Lockie Stevens from Phoenix Cycling, and I think a Knights and also a Cycle House. Because of that, the bunch sat up and let them get away, and they stayed away all day. So
There was no chance you were going to catch them at the end. Someone turned around and said, we'll catch them on 2 laps to go. And I'm just at the finish line. You should be able to hear it on the audio, TJ. And I'm just shaking my head going, they're 5 minutes up the road already.
at about 30 minutes in, we sat up. We started doing 4-minute 5 to 4-minute 10 laps.
Really?
That's
yeah,
at
they
the
slowed
start.
right
We were
down.
going. No,
Jesus. I thought we were going slow.
that was at the start. We were doing 4:05 to 4:10.
Yeah.
By the end, we were doing 4:20 laps.
It's a long one.
So we were kind of in that cruising phase because the bunch had people in the breakaway and weren't chasing. And the people that were chasing didn't have any support.
Well, look at it like this. The big chain rings had someone on the breakaway.
That's it.
So, Will, you've done your job.
Yeah.
Big ringers.
Big ringers. Okay, tell me, TJ, what did you think?
Well,
Were you happy with the
you
result?
see, I'm happy with the race. Got in the breakaway, happy with that. They pushed me up the front. They wouldn't take a turn. I probably could have kept my cool a little bit, knowing that everyone was pretty much represented in the group. So I'm probably a little bit hasty, but that's all right. There was one thing I wanted to sort of mention, is that it's kind of surreal racing your bike on roads that are designed to keep you slow. Like on a country road, bike racing's fine because everything is there designed to keep you fast because there's cars on it. But here at the Trobe, you've got like speed humps, tight corners, like boom gates, and all those things make you slow down. And it's not the best for racing a bike on because they're designed to keep you slow and tight.
You lost a water bottle.
So somewhere on the course, I went over a roundabout, and just the force of the roundabout threw a drink bottle.
Roundabout or
Speed hump. I threw a drink bottle off the bike and it floated off the way. Mind you, because we were doing laps, I could see exactly where it was, so I could go and get it after we finished the race.
Yeah, it's a 60 riders on a course that is just really tight is really difficult.
Mind you, we shelled about 30, I think.
All right, well, I'm going to have a chat to the ladies over here and see what they've got to say.